A warning was issued, a blockade was threatened, and then Venezuela did it anyway. You're watching Times XP. My name is Dhriti Atri, and right in the middle of the rising tension with Washington, Nicolas Maduro, he sent a ship towards the United States. Not secretly, not quietly, straight to Texas. So here's what happened exactly. A massive oil tanker linked to the U.s energy giant, Chevron, left Venezuelan water carrying 500,000 barrels of crude oil. Its destination? The U.s. Gulf Coast. Now, at the time when Donald Trump is openly talking about blocking Venezuelan vessel, pause, because this is where the story turns explosive. Trump has warned of a crackdown now. The US Coast Guards have been intercepting tankers, stopping ships in the Caribbean, enforcing sanctions aggressively. Washington says that this is about sanctions, security, drug trafficking, maybe the allegations, but Caracas says something else here. You know what Venezuela's response is? Defiance. Maduro's government says that this shipment is legal, this follows international agreements, this oil is allowed. Basically, in other words, he's saying that we are not breaking the rule and we are not scared this time. Then why is this such a big deal? Because this wasn't just oil moving, it was a message. A Venezuelan tanker sailing towards Texas while the US patrols, they are actively stopping ships nearby a routine trade. It's a test of enforcement, a test of resolve, a test of Trump's blockade threat. Now let's talk about Chevron here. Chevron still has limited permission to operate in Venezuela. Those licenses are tightly controlled, every ship is watched. Now that makes this tanker even more sensitive because if Washington allows it through, it looks weak. If Washington stops it, it risks escalation. Now this is oil diplomacy at the sea. On one side, a US president who is warning of blockades and seizures. On the other side, a sanctioned government saying that you don't own the ocean. The Caribbean is heating up. So recent week has seen a lot of things. More US patrol, more ship interceptions, more warning to Venezuelan vessels. Now each encounter, it adds another pressure. Each ship, it adds another risk. You know, what this really about? It's not oil, it's sovereignty. It's sanction. It's about who controls the trade route, who blinks first. Maduro is signaling that Venezuela will not be choked quietly. Trump is signaling that the US will enforce its rules, and that too really hard. Now, if more ships sail, the risks, it will grow. If the US tighten the blockade, retaliation becomes possibility, and if one confrontation goes wrong, this stops being an oil story. This was not just a tanker heading to Texas. It was a challenge, a dare, a reminder that in the fight between Washington and Caracas, even a ship full of oil, it can feel like an act of defiance.